What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and today I have a replay for y'all. First of all, let's just check the rankings, see what place I'm in. I'm in 6th. Pretty good, 12-13, pretty high up there in rating. We'll do the deck now. That's the build. If y'all watched my last live stream, I did the card by card. So I won't do it here, but this is the deck that I'm on in this replay. Okay, there that is. All right. And then we will go to the dual records. And I've been doing pretty well, I think. I've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. 7 games in a row I won on the ladder with this deck right here. So it's pretty busted, not gonna lie. And how I came back this game too is just crazy. This is why I wanted to show this replay off, because I literally had like nothing and I somehow came back. May have been because of Pot of Greed, but still, deck is pretty good. So I throw rock, he throws rock, I throw rock, he throws scissors. So I get to go first. So pretty nice, get to go first. Let's see what I open here. I open Thunder Dragon, Ring, Mask, Mirror Force, Sinister, and Jar of Greed. He's got Deco, Thunder Dragon, Regeki Break, Book of Moon, and Regeki Break. So I was contemplating on setting Mask or setting Sinister, but I just said screw it and just decided to set the Mask. So I set Jar and Ring and just passed. And he draws Thunder Dragon for turn, so this is actually really nice for me. That was like the worst card for him to draw and the best card for me that he could have drew. So he sets Deco and sets 2 Regeki Breaks and passes. And now I definitely regret not setting this, but this is fine because I draw Pot of Greed for turn. So pretty busted here. I activate the Jar of Greed. And I draw into Wing Blast. And then I fire Pot of Greed. And I draw Chaos Sork and Card Destruction. So got a lot of cards here on the homeboy. He's got 4 and 1 Thunder Dragon. And I got a lot. So I decided to set Wing Blast and just pass. He draws into a Faith. I decide just to Wing Blast and target his monster, put it back on top. It's a Deco. So he sets the book and he sets the Faith and just passes. I draw into Solemn Judgment. I grab my Sinister back here. I drop the Chaos Sork. He says okay. And then I decide to set Mirror Force, set Solemn, and then play Card Destruction here. And he says okay. He draws into the Deco. I draw into Mask of Darkness and Night Assailant and Snatch. I set the Mask of Darkness and set the Snatch and just pass. He draws to another Faith, so it's pretty much over here, but hey. I draw into Tsukiyomi for turn, which is pretty nice. Stay on my phase, I get my Sinister back. I flip Mask up. Grab the Wing Blast. I summon the Tsukiyomi, I put the Mask face down, and I set the Wing Blast and just pass. He draws into a Night Assailant, I instantly just Wing Blast him, put this back on top, and I think he just scoops right here. Yeah, because the lock is just too real. I mean, I'm just going to keep doing that every turn. That's why this deck is so good. You just Wing Blast, get Sinister back, flip Mask, grab it back, summon Suit, put it face down, grab the Wing Blast. Like, it's just sick. It's disgusting. So, we're going on to Game 2. Game 2, he opens Mind Control, Sangan, Faith, Night Assailant, Tsukiyomi, and Knock. So he's got a pretty good hand here. He decides to set the Sangan and pass. I've got Thunder Dragon, Breaker, Deco, Night Assailant, Knock, and Tsukiyomi. So we got pretty much like the same exact hand going here, almost. But let's see how I decide to play it. So I just grab both of these. I fire the Knock. And it's a Sangan, so I like that. I don't like that card, so let's just get out of here right away. And I decided to set Night Assailant and just pass. He draws into Duo, which is a pretty nice draw for him, I guess. So he decides to Duo me here. And he picks a Thunder Dragon, so I'm like, okay, that's fine. He knocks instead of mind controlling, so I'm like, alright, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and do this, okay. So now, as you can tell, he's up a little bit on me, I guess. Kind of, sort of, not really. He decides to set his Faith, and just pass. I draw into Ring of Destruction here. So I can't really do much. I just set ring and just pass. He draws into a dust shoot. So this is where I think he misplayed, definitely. He could have just flipped this, got duo, and then just for sure went for the dust shoot. But instead, he just goes for the duo. And this is going to make his trap dust shoot pretty dead here. So yeah, he would have definitely won if he would have done this a different way. Because then he could have seen everything I had. Instead, he duos me now, leaves me with a breaker. He hits me for 300. I say okay. Then he runs Tsukiyomi out, and I just ring the faith because I'm not letting him get that off anymore. He sets one and passes. I draw into Chaos Sork here. I drop the breaker. I could have dropped Sork here, but instead I held it. So really regretting not attacking with that also because I would have won earlier, but it's fine. He draws into Ring of Destruction here. He runs out Tsukiyomi and just swings. He sets the ring and just passes. I draw into a knock. I decide just to drop Sork. See, I would have definitely won last turn if I would have just swung with both of them, because his ring would have been dead. He would have took 2,300 more damage. So that was obviously a misplay, but I didn't know what he had, so I wanted to try to get value on this. So now all I have is a knock, and he has 4 cards. He has Tsukiyomi, Mind Control, Night Assailant, and Meta. He sets Night Assailant and just passes. I draw into Card Destruction, which is pretty dead here. So I just fire a knock right away. And I know it's Night Assailant, so I probably shouldn't have, but it's fine. Then he draws to a knock, so he's got all the knocks and all the mind controls. He sets a Tsukiyomi, which I think it is, and he sets mind control as a bluff. I draw into Upstart, I Upstart, and I draw into Graceful, and I draw into Chaos Sork, Mask of Darkness, and Heavy Storm. So I decide just to set the Mask of Darkness and just pass. He draws into Tribe. He knocks. I'm like, okay, you got me. Thank God you didn't mind control because you could have definitely shitted on me. And then he just summons Tribe and he hits. I'm like, okay, that's fine with me. I draw into Upstart. I fire the Upstart and I draw into Pot of Greed. So it's like, let's fucking go. I draw Solemn and Jar. I have to drop this Sork here and I banish the Tribe. I set Jar, set Solemn, and just pass. He draws into a Spy. He tries to mind control me, and I just say, screw it. I'm just going to Solemn it. Why not? And he sets Spy, and he decides to flip up a Tsukiyomi and puts it down. I draw into Jar Grief Return, and then I draw Jar into Tribe. I run into his Spy, so this kind of sucks here, but it is what it is. And I just banish one of the spies, and I accidentally switches to defense, but I didn't know. I forgot that I flipped it this turn, so that was a mistake. I'm not perfect. He draws to another meta, so that's pretty good for me. There's not much he can really do. He summons Tsukiyomi, hits me. He sets the meta and just passes. I end-phase Jar into Sangan and Snatch, and that was the perfect draws because I summon Sangan, and I activate Snatch Steal, and that is the game. Woot woot. Somehow I came back from this, but thank God he's playing like really dead cards. That's why you don't really want to play like a turbo-based strategy with like a go control strategy. You gotta like pick which one you want to pick. Like you can't just play both of them in a deck because when that happens, you're gonna break up like this. The man just drew a bunch of knocks, a bunch of mind controls. That Solemn Judgment on the Chaos Sork was clutch as shit. But y'all hit the like, hit the sub. Have a good day or night. Peace out. Bye.